Hello, Insta crew. How are you? Are you ready for Thursday's hoop and chat? I hope you are. I've got a whole world of things to talk to you about today. So it's the hair. How long do you leave your hair between washes? It's Bridgerton. It's the osteopath. And I'll probably go off into something else as well. So are you ready for this? I hope so. I'm just going to turn my Facebook on as well, and off we will go. Hooper Loopers for Thursday. Yeah, you ready? There's my little Joanne. Just going to turn Facebook on as well, and we'll go. All right? Let's get that started too, and then we're off. Are we ready? Yeah, right. Facebook crew, you ready as well? So it's Hoop and Chat Thursday, and I've just told my Instagram crew we have got a world of things to talk about today. Now, excuse the hair. This isn't, I've done my hair. This is, I seriously needed to wash my hair. I left it a day too long. My hairband came out when I was teaching, and I just didn't want to tie it back up. So I look like a, I don't know, dragged through a bush backwards, or a Wookiee. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, are you ready? Yeah, so we're going to hoop. So I just thought we'll discuss that in a minute about hair washing. Right, are you ready? So of course, as I say, every time I do this, the launch of your hoop is the most important. I've got it on my lower back, if you can see. I'm going to go to the right first. So I actually turn it to the left. I launch and I start pushing. All right? There we go. So I am hooping. Now see, notice where my top is right now. That will probably be right up around my waistband in a minute. So remember, my new to hoop people, you might want to put some more layers on, or you might want to tuck your tops in so they don't rise up and the hoop's not on your bare flesh. Some people have asked me about these hoops, and I said it's a power hoop that I use. And somebody asked me if it's weighted. It's naturally heavier, it's a weighted hoop, but you can actually put little weights in it. I haven't put any weights in it. I just use it as it is. Yeah, so you can make it heavier by adding weights to it, but I tend not to. I'm happy with this. All right, so that's what this is, okay? Remember, newbies, try and stick to about 2 minutes each side. I normally end up getting too excited and talk about God knows what and end up doing longer. So just be aware that if you're new, 2 minutes each side is enough, because otherwise you might be a bit sore. All right, again, addressing the hooping. If you look, I'm just rocking forward and back. I'm not sort of really wiggling my hips all over the place, yeah? Just rocking forward and back. So yeah, so that's why we're doing hoop. To engage our core, wake us up, get us moving, and for me to massage out my digestive system. It really works for me, it really does. If I'm bloated or uncomfortable, I hope I feel so much better. So that's another reason why I do it. Right, so we just discussed the hair. My question for you today is, how often do you wash your hair a week? I was your classic wash your hair every day girl, and especially with doing loads of classes. Now I only do like 1 or 2, but back in the day I was like doing a lot of classes. I used to do about 25 classes a week, and they were all more like high impact and aero step and things like that. So I was just always washing my hair. Some of you watching this would be a lot younger, you'll be like, what's she going on about this next bit? So then I actually hit perimenopause around about 34 years old. But my doctor now wouldn't believe me. They kept saying that you're too young, I'm too young, it can't be, it's just, you know, whatever, take the pill, drip feed some hormones in there. Unfortunately for me, worst thing I could have done, 10 years later, they finally realised I was actually quite severely in perimenopause, or actually menopausal, and went on HRT. But unfortunately, quite a bit of damage had been done already, as in things like, we'll just go with aesthetics first. My hair was like really in terrible condition. It was like breaking and snapping, very, very fine. My nails were like snapping off and stuff. And this is really extreme. I don't know if any of you are a tooth grinder at night. I obviously am. And I was actually crumbling all my back teeth. I fractured them all because I just, yeah, my body wasn't doing so great. So since then, and since trying to get my hair into some sort of good state, I only wash my hair about twice a week. That's it. But I should have washed it last night. I just couldn't be bothered. You know, just sometimes it's a rigmarole. I don't know, I just couldn't be bothered to do it. I was like, I'll leave it another day. And then I got up this morning, I was like, yep, should have washed it, shouldn't have left it another day. So yeah, it's a silly thing. It's nothing of great importance, but every conversation we have doesn't have to be of great importance, does it? It can just be a light-hearted conversation. How often do you wash your hair? Tell me. So yeah, so this is why the hair is just there today. It's not done, it's just, yeah. needed to wash it. Right, we have gone for 3 minutes and 45 seconds hooping. So I'm going to stop, catch the hoop, and change sides now. Because that was probably a bit long really, wasn't it? Right, other side, so put the top right down. And off I go. Alright, we're good? Right, so that's, well, we addressed hooping, because that was obviously what I'm standing here. Secondly, we just addressed hair washing. Thirdly, do any of you watch Bridgerton? Do ya? Oh, God, I'm loving it. I really like it. And I have got 1.5 episodes left. That's it. And I'm like, you know, I don't know if any of you like reading. I love reading. It's like when you're reading a really good book and you really want to know what's going to happen, you want to keep reading it, but at the same time, you kind of don't, because you know once it's over, and it's going to be sad. It's a bit like that. I'm enjoying watching Bridgerton so much that I kind of want to get to what I'm assuming is going to happen, but I kind of don't want to rush it, because then it's over, isn't it? So I don't know about any of you, if you're like that. But on the flip side, bloody Peaky Blinders. Do any of you watch that? Oh, for goodness sake. So, everyone was, oh, watch Peaky Blinders, it's so good, it's so good. My husband and I didn't watch it for so long, we just didn't. We tried watching it a few times, didn't really get into it, just, I don't know, we just didn't. And then eventually, about a year or so ago, we did. We started watching it and we watched the whole thing and we bloody loved it. And, you know, we don't binge watch anything really, but as much as we do, we were binge watching that. Anyway, then everyone's been waiting for this final season, haven't they? I never do that. I'm that person that waits until everything's been done, everyone else has watched it, and then I watch it. Yeah? So I never have to wait a week, if that makes sense. However, we've caught up with Peaky Blinders, and I believe, is it Sunday, it's the last one? Now, I apologise now if any of you disagree with me, but this season I think it's been rubbish. It's really depressing. Mark and I have sat there watching it and we're like, why are we even watching this? It's not even that good. But I think because, is this season 6 or season 5? I think when you've invested so much time in watching a series and you're invested in the characters and their life, you feel like you've got to see it through. Do you know what I mean? Or not? The other one that I watched, we felt like that. Has any of you ever watched Sons of Anarchy? Oh, bloody hell. That was up there with a Game of Thrones ending being that rubbish. That was horrendous. That final episode was like, what the hell was that? Anyway, as you can see, I'm passionate about my telly when I watch it. I don't watch any soaps or anything, but the other things I watch, like my Netflix or my Amazon, I do enjoy it. So there you go, there's your questions for today that were light-hearted. Now let's get back to the bigger picture. Your health and your fitness. What are you doing today to enhance your health and fitness? Now, some of you think, here she goes, da da da. Some of you are right into it, some of you aren't. We were talking about it. Some of you you're not doing anything at all. And it's such a shame, because if you do manage to do something, you feel so much better. But most of the time it's you can't be bothered or you're too tired. Whereas generally, if you do manage to do something, you feel so much better, mentally and physically, and your energy levels go up. I know it does sound a bit like, hold on a minute, you exercise but you get more energy. How's that work? But it does, it honestly does. So, my little quest or whatever, or my mission for you, it's not Mission Impossible, is just go out, get outside, get some fresh air, go for a walk today. If you can make it at least 20 minutes, fabulous. Go and do it, get out, get some fresh air. Daylight, you'll feel better. And if you don't, you can come on in and say to me, Emma, you lied, I don't feel any better. But I bet you don't, because I bet you will feel better. So top tip number 1, for your health and well-being, health and fitness, get out, go for a walk. So there you go, you've got movement, you've got some daily steps, you've got some daylight, you're gonna get some happiness in there from your vitamin D and your fresh air. And your second top tip is drink loads of water. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of water. Yeah, it flushes you through, gives you nicer skin, helps support your body systems, helps regulate your blood pressure. I could go on and on about water, how amazing it is. It will also get you moving because you'll have to keep going to the toilet. So that's also good. And every time you sit on that toilet and get off, it's a squat. There you go. So that's your top tips for today. I'm going to catch this hoop. Remember, long nails, false nails, don't catch it. Put your legs together, let it drop. In case you take your nails off. Right, so I hope you are good. I hope you're going to have a fabulous day, whatever you're up to. Oh, Joanne's answered me. Oh, you like anything with Tom Hardy? Yeah, do you know what? I quite like him. And it's funny, Tom Hardy back in the day was very pretty boy, whereas he's not so much now, is he, with his with the parts that he plays, which is quite interesting. Right, also, the last thing I want to say, Instagram crew, again, have a great day. Please do check in. That would be really good. Joanne, here's what should we, I don't know, watch Bridgerton. Oh, you can't get into the new series of Bridgerton, Joanne. Oh, okay, that's interesting. See, I just love it. And I'm quite glad it's not as raunchy, because the last one was so raunchy, I was really embarrassed every time Mark walked in the room. I was like, paused it, and I was like, oh, hi, just watching Bridgerton. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Do talk to me. If any of you are absolute beginners, you don't know what to do, have a little look. I put something up today about a new class that I'm doing. It's called the Simple 7, and it's meant to be very simple things to do in 7 minutes to get you going. All right, see you guys later.